Welcome back everyone to episode 11 of Let's Play Rule the Waves. I'm happy that we finally finished that battle, but now it's time to rearrange things at the strategic level. We have quite a few ships that are going to be in repairs for a little while. Our Imperator Nikolai I, our Cheeky Breeky, our flagship, the Imperator Alexander II, and unfortunately, the Pamyat Azova, who happens to be like pretty much the best of us, and the only crew that I have which is elite, except for this unfortunate group of destroyers, which I don't care much about at all. It's time to rotate some of our crews back because they're at fair status, and I'm not sure if maybe that is what even contributed to some of the poor gunfire that we had in the previous showing, because we do have our training to gunnery, so we expect a little bit better. Well, we'll just have to see how the next battle goes. Maybe it's just the law of averages trying to catch up with us. I'm not sure. Okay, but in the meantime, we're going to take the Blinson off of rating for a short while because her status has moved to fair. So we'll get her into Northeast Asia, let her recover for a second. The Sharp is completely ready to go. Nope, just kidding, fair as well. My northern group are all in good condition though. Let me just double check to make sure my group here is not 83,900. Yeah, they're well within basing rights. So, I mean, we have plenty of harbors available for them. Many more, in fact, than we are currently using. So that's not an issue. I wonder why it is taking them so long to get back to good status. Okay, so we have this one moving back, this one moving back. Now, anybody in out of my light cruisers? Let's sort by class and then type so I get my flora. Any of these guys in good condition not rating? Yes. The Sabo. Ah, but she's in port. Okay, that makes sense. Raid, good. This one, a floor class in Northern Europe, we'll get her to be raiding now as well. Unfortunately, that ruined my type. Let's go back. This is the last of the floor classes. Let's get her to raid as well. Okay, I think that's everything, so let's push on. Actually, we have a huge budget surplus, so I think it's time for us to design a new ship. Let's see what we're going to make this one. We actually can get a Dreadnought. I'd rather save the Cesarovich for one of our best, because I really like that name. Ret Vizan. Let's see. Well, it's giving us 21,200. Let's try to get the full 23,000 out of our ship, our port capacity. We're not going to use 21 speed. We're going to stick with 19. I think we can try to get 13-inch guns. We're going to need much more ammo than this. Get some 6-inch guns and try to get 9 per side. Let's get just 2 inches for the secondaries, minimum coverage. Okay, turret top only has to be 2.5. Turrets itself I'd prefer to be 11. Belt extended we can drop down to 2. Deck as well, deck extended. Conning tower should be a little bit higher. I think 13 should be fine. It's not as high as the other ones, but it's so high that anything that penetrates higher than this, I got big problems anyway. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, we only have 300 tons left to deal with. I do want my torpedoes, because we've seen that they just become necessary. Very unfortunate. Not that my Tortuga ships are never accurate in their torpedo volleys, but we're going to have to make do. Just, we should equip them, because it'll give them a chance. How's this looking? This is already okay, so we have 300. Let's try to get 9.5. Maybe 10? Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, so let's just take a look at everything here. Normal, medium. I wanted medium. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the range. So the range for these is going to be a little bit higher. We're going to medium range because I want to alternate battleships. Have one that can move and then have one which is stuck at home. So that'll mean that we'll always have a good defense in Northern Europe because we'll have a short range battleship which is really powerful. But you know what, actually we should just go to short range, and I think we're never going to want to move these. Yeah, because I'll just shift a lot of my old battleships over to Northeast Asia when the war's over. And that's going to give us a lot of weight to deal with, which is kind of important. I almost want to bump the speed up to 20, just because then we would have one more knot to work with. Not because I want to go 20, but because I want, if our grates become dirty, I want the maximum speed to still be 19, even if we lose a knot. But instead, I guess I'll just focus on... So we don't have superposition except for in the rear, which is why this has a very strange design. Which means, however, that if we do some kind of positioning such that we're only able to bring our rear guns to fire, well, we'll still be able to fire 4, which is decent. Okay, so with this extra amount of space, let's try to do this. That's great. 10 guns per side of the 6 inches, great. I wish we could make our broadside a little thicker, but 1, 2, 3, 4. An 8 13-inch broadside is really nothing to scoff at. It's pretty decent. Although I'm sure we can't add in any other turrets, so probably our best bet is just to keep increasing our 6-inch guns, or to increase our armor. So let's see if we can get... We can do that, that's great. Can we get this? No, not quite, unless we drop this down. Anything else that we're missing? Maybe just a little bit more out of the conning tower. And I am exceptionally happy with this ship. So the Red Vizon is going to be a very powerful new dreadnought, the first dreadnought of the Russian Navy. True to all of our Russian naval ship designs, we're going to make her very heavily armored, as heavily armored as we can, which gives her a 10.5 belt, 11.5 turrets, and 14-inch conning. I really like that. And we're going to just continue that pattern for the rest of this playthrough. Because I'm not sure, I can't remember off the top of my head, but all the pictures I've seen of the Russian battleships, I just have this image of how there's massive amounts of metal on their sides. So whether that's the truth or just the, a figment of my imagination, it's how I view the Russians. So we're going to go with this heavy armor, and we'll keep the speed low. Yeah, we still have a pretty reasonable broadside, but this is completely the opposite of my normal mentality, which is speed and gunfire over armor. But I like everything about this. In fact, the only thing I don't like is we are not going to have enough weight remaining to jump up to direct fire. So I'm going to actually decrease the conning tower so that I think it's about 15 or 20 for director. I'm pulling this number out of my butt. I have no idea, but I'm just going to lower the conning tower because I don't think we need it that much higher, and I'm pretty happy with this. So there we have our new ship, the Red Vizon, and we have plenty of budget. So let's build maybe 4 or 5 of them just right away. And that's definitely going to take care of our budget surplus. Okay, so that's good. These should all be built more or less at the same time. We can see here the interesting thing, I haven't been pointing this out, is we see this time and then the monthly cost. This is still like times some factor, some number for based on how much budget you're supposed to have, like your starting fleet size. So if you want small, medium, large, or very large, we went with very large. So this number is multiplied by a number which is not quite as big, I think. Or maybe all the budgets are the same, but our yearly budget is multiplied by something. Anyway, obviously we see that the monthly balance, the monthly cost of this is 2232. So if I go back to design, okay, 2232 must be, so this is it in millions, or in thousands I should say. Yeah, 0.8, which rounds up to 3. Okay, that's really good. I hadn't paid attention to this bottom line before. What I wanted to comment about this, I mean, I've seen this 36 before just playing around. This number would be lower if we didn't have poor shipbuilding. Remember, one of the things about the Russians is we have the undeveloped shipbuilding industry, which means that we're not going to get much help building our dock size, and we're not going to have any decrease to the shipbuilding time. So if you go to a nation that has efficient shipbuilding, that means that they're going to build their ships a little bit faster, and we're stuck a little bit behind the curve. Okay, that's fine. We'll do what we can. At least unrest level is 0. I like to see that. And now we should actually push forward. Okay, so let's go. Excuse me. So they sank 2 set. That's really unfortunate. Okay, we're returning fire. 1, 4. Wow, 5. Okay, how much? And a cruiser engagement, which I guess, despite the fact that we're really heavily outnumbered in terms of cruisers, I'm going to accept this. Because maybe it's a chance for us to... Oh boy. As I feared, are these Vesta? One Vesta? Both Vestas, good. At least there's that. And we have a goal, actually, to sink any 2 ships. Even though this is a cruiser engagement, it's actually given us an objective. Fair enough. Let's get our circles going. The important thing here being that we are actually going to need to know our torpedo range. It's possible we can use that. Now, wind is blowing to the northeast, out of the south-southwest, so we're going to try to head north-northeast to gain that advantage. We'll send our destroyer out as fast as possible to try to get there before us. Okay, they are turning, so we're going to send our destroyer scouting. I have a bad feeling that this is going to be a fleet. This is going to be a scout. If it is not, then, you know, that's a good thing. But if it is, then we're going to be in trouble. Okay, so far, nothing. And it is one of their 7-inch gun ones. Yeah. So these are pretty potent, but if we can manage to sink it, I mean, it's at the same tonnage as us because we have 2.5, 2.5. My 2-inch deck is a mistake. I don't think I should have done that. But it means at least these ships, the Vesta class, are completely immune to splinters. So that's the good news. And it doesn't look like this ship. What's her max speed? 22 as well. Well, we're actually 23, so we can close. Let's go ahead and try to do that. And now let's use our destroyer as bait. Okay, seems to be working. Maybe she is just running. I don't think there's any support ships, in fact. So if that's the case, we're going to be a little bit risky with our destroyer, knowing that 7-inch guns and higher all have a penalty hitting destroyers. They're just too big. So let's hope that that preserves the life of our dear destroyer here. Because she is starting to open fire at us. Okay, there it is. That's the turn. That's the one we wanted. Okay, so we suspected there might be other ships, and here they are. But if this is a heavy cruiser, our destroyer is in position, and we're going to encourage torpedo launching. Okay, here it goes. So they fired and they hit, we fired and we hit, and we are up against a few ships. Okay, wow, we are getting slammed immediately. And that was our submerged torpedo hit, so one of our port side torpedoes is destroyed. Very hard for, very hard for them to destroy a port side torpedo on my starboard side, but it happened. Okay, so things are not looking good. What do we have in terms of reserves? We have, yeah. Those are really far away. We're not going to be able to bring those coastal batteries to bear, obviously. We're out in the North Sea. Let's push this north, have our destroyer, oh yeah, they have heavy cruisers. This is really bad. At least this is, if this is a destroyer group, that's something better. Let's look at the log. We should be able to hit them. There it is. Okay, good. And my destroyer's just going to be to ward off their cruiser. They've destroyed a turret already. But 2 against 1, we should come ahead on this. Oh my gosh. It looks like something they look like they're going slower. Oh yeah. Okay, torpedo. This is the torpedo run we not only we want, but we need. Come inside. Oh, we launched one. Oh, this looks good. Oh my gosh. Let's get really close. The steam is directly to her port side. The bubbles are approaching. Boom. What? Yes. Fantastic. I thought for a second, I think everyone saw that torpedo on the other side, and you were probably like me, a little bit worried that things were not going to go well. But we did hit him with a torpedo. That is on top of... So very good job. The destroyer being with us has actually saved the day. I'm not worried about this. We just blasted them with tons of 6-inch guns, a couple 4-inch guns, which these destroyers carry, and they're actually pretty effective, can be effective against even light cruisers, especially because they only have 2 inches of armor. We can see, let's just take a look. Okay, that's their rate of fire. Let's look at their gun data. So, at 5,000, they're penetrating 1.6, which means, you know, maybe around 3,000 we expect them to penetrate to. And they're at less than, they're at 1,600. So we expect that they're probably penetrating the light cruiser. The question now is, how do I escape? What's the speed of our, bring up our, oh gosh, she's 22. And she has 10 7-inch guns on top of that, which is all not what we want to see. So I think we just make a run for the Baltic. Or do we make a run for the Arctic Circle? Either way, I think the mission will end before we actually get where we want to go, but I think we're going to pull away from the heavy cruiser. Okay, she's turning away, that's even better. So now we just gun it. We get out as fast as possible. And we use our destroyer as, yes, fantastic, as a distraction, decoy, reserve element, whatever. Okay, there goes their destroyers. Just wisely trying to, okay, that's all we needed was that little turn. We'll turn back to the north, and now we'll just get out of here. Hopefully that was all we needed. Oh gosh. Okay, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. At this point, I would like to turn back with the light cruisers in order to defend the destroyer, having each element cover each other. But the risk of losing a light cruiser is too great. This is the destroyer's role, and it's sad, but that's just, okay, it looks like she's gonna make it out, but if she hadn't, that was her role, was to take those shots, so. I think we're good at this point. So now we just zoom ahead and just try to make the Pathu do a little more dancing. I'm going to turn a little bit more so that we're more in a line. Plus our ship should lose less speed turning than she should, so that's also useful. Okay, good. So we should wheedle our way out of here soon. We're making our way over to Scapa Flow just to say hi to the Brits. And I think they've turned off. So, okay, let's change course now that we've lost them. This is more for role-playing purposes than anything, just in case they were trying to radio in an intercept with a different group. And we'll slow them down to 16. just get this guy to go to AI control. And now that that guy's actually losing fuel, we'll kind of mosey back this way even. Go down to cruise. We've almost surely lost them. So, there it is. That was a very successful engagement. I'm pretty sure we've sank that. Yep, we sank that light cruiser, and we did so. Oh yeah, they wanted us to sink 2 ships. I guess that was supposed to be a convoy raid, even though I thought it showed... I'm pretty sure it showed up as a cruiser engagement. That's okay. Let's see what exactly happened. So, we did take care of this class. I mean this ship. It's a heck of a ship, but not enough to survive 2 of ours. They just got a little overzealous, trying to suck us into their heavy cruiser. And if I'm totally honest, their heavy cruiser did not exactly behave correctly. I don't think that they chose like an optimal pursuit or engagement, whatever. So it looks like they picked up their survivors. I didn't see that, but probably it was in the log if we look. And that's what happened when they were done. They just went back over here to probably to pick up the crew they lost. So very good. A major victory. I don't think it's that major, but... Alright, so a lot of thwarting of raiders. Gran was thwarted. And thwarting of French raiders as well. Well, let's go one more turn. Oh yeah, I need to get Captain Rabbit in here. So the... let's see, this is... Most of these are actually renamed. I don't remember what he wanted exactly, but I know the Rosea is not. So this is the available, and this will now become the Rabbit. Very good. So if anybody else is missing, just in case you're coming along late in the series, just post in the most recent video that you'd like a command. I'll be taking new commands because we'll be getting new ships through the whole series. Even if it's, you know, the second to last episode, maybe that's the perfect time to come in if you want one of the end game Dreadnoughts. So anyway, just let me know. The Rabbit, but I think that's the only one I remember, and I'll have to check the comments when I have internet. Okay, so one more month and we get our battleships back. Overall, the war, we're edging out just slightly. A lot of thanks goes to the blockade that we had, or that we have had off and on. Yeah, right now they way overwhelm us. You can see our point score is 73 to their 128, France versus Russia. But the Germans and their 164 are helping us out. It's strange actually that we aren't blockading them. I think that should change. Yeah, this often happens with, if you don't remember, I'll just remind you that we sent money to the army. We said that the Navy can spare some money so that the army is successful. This is my experience with this. I've had a few gameplays off camera, just my own fun gameplays. And this is what happens. You give the army money, all you're doing is giving them rope to hang themselves with. So almost never should you give the army money. Oh, this is very good. Actually, I actually think I want some more. Oh, wow. Wow. 5 Russian ships, damn. And 2 more, 7, jeez. Oh, look at this, the Rabbit, right on cue. Okay, we'll fight this. The Pamiat Azova class has been fantastic so far. Looks like visibility's not very good. Alright, Captain Rabbit, let's see what you got. We're going to try to get into the wind. There is a strong breeze. It would be to our advantage. We'll be perfectly ready to fire a massive broadside at them if they keep coming. We're going to encourage the torpedo launching because things could happen very quickly here. They might be turning away. I'm going to pursue because we have the wind side, which is perfect. They're opening fire at us. We'll continue to engage. There it is. Okay, so let's see what we have. Sir, we've identified it as a Forbin-class heavy cruiser. What in God's name is going on here? This is identical to the light cruiser the like Isley class and everything. The other one is the Chateau Renault or something like that. This is identical, so we should be able to massacre this. It's basically a overhyped light cruiser. So give her hell. And actually we want to stay out of torpedo range if possible. Alright, secondary battery hit, that's fine. Just keep firing. Eventually you should hit. Jeez, man. Come on. We knocked out one of our better guns, unfortunately. This is one of those where we should win, but we might not. They're going 20, and we are going 16. Yikes. And we've taken 2 more hits. Our battery is back in action. Okay, they're almost at the end of sight range, so I'm just going to have to risk it in order to close. Okay, well, I don't think they're faster than us. We're identical. Okay, we hit them with a 9-inch gun. That's good. If we can get lucky like that a few more times, we should be able to slow them down enough. Keep going. Okay. I don't care if we give up the wind advantage. Oh, fire started. Well, that's okay. Keep going. We hit them. That's good. That's with our 5-inch guns, but fire spreads. Look at, I can't do anything about that. You have to just stay with them. This is a battle we have to win. I mean, these are the kind of engagements that were gimmies when we were other nations. Austria-Hungary, Germany, the United States. My playthroughs with almost every other nation has been, this is like a fight we'll always win. For some reason with the Russian crew, Captain Rabbit, just get your men working and we shouldn't have a problem. Down to 21. Ah, man. It just doesn't look like we're even going 21. Yeah, we're going 19. Huh, that's strange. Okay, let her have the wind side if it's absolutely necessary. Okay, we hit them with a 9-inch. They hit us with probably the 7-inch guns. I'm just hoping that eventually our 9-inch should do more than their 7-inch. Another hit. We are just taking tons of hits. Okay, let's go back. Another 9-inch hit. That's what we want. Another 9-inch hit. That's okay. Now things are starting to click. Let's just lock the camera on the Rabbit. Okay, she hit us with light guns. I'm not worried about that. Very good. Ooh. Well, she's starting to slow down. Don't avoid her. Oh, are we avoiding torpedoes? Oh yeah, we're hitting them now. You know, I gave the order that you can launch torpedoes. I guess they don't expect we can close in time. We're gonna get close. We have the wind advantage. In fact, her smoke is almost impairing us at this point. Okay, there we taking a few hits. Still dishing out. There's a 9-inch hit. I feel like it's the battle of who goes slower. If I unlock, I think you'll find that both of our ships are going much slower now. But that was a good volley. They do have 2 submerged shots, but we're both just creeping along, blasting away at each other. Another 9-inch hit, very good. Come on, it's been too long since the last one. There's another one. They're leaving torpedo range though, another one. I don't want to give up. Yeah, we've already limited ourselves to only 2 of our rear guns now. Visibility is very poor. Okay, I'm just gonna keep following her until she turns. Doesn't look like she's going to turn, but she's going into Brest. Yeah, I tunnel visioned, and we are almost to the French port. If she doesn't angle down though, she's gonna miss the port. And why can we see her this far away? Okay, vision range is not, she's not on fire. Now we start angling towards this, which is presumably her next location. Should have seen her by now, I think. There it is. Okay, she'll probably get caught in this little cove. Oh, she's coming back down. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. What the hell is going on here? Alright, well, we'll pursue her. Now she should have nowhere to run. There it is. Okay. Visibility is very poor, but we're able to hit her. We hit her again. Chase her. Chase her. Keep on her. Keep on her. Look, I'm not going to say anything, but, you know, now would be a great time to launch torpedoes. Okay, another hit. She looks like she's on fire. She is. We might have done it. Finally. Man, they're killing our engine room. 2 hits in a row. But she's on fire. It means that... Okay, I knew she would turn back. That's good. Let's get that broadside off. Another hit. Things are about to get intensely invisible. Oh my gosh. She's so difficult to see. Fire! Launch your torpedoes. We're gonna board her. At this point, we're like probably throwing rocks at her. I just don't know why. I'm pretty sure we have torpedoes. Are they damaged? No. Let's try to see if I can get my guys to line up a shot. Okay, can you line up a shot with your torpedoes? I'm gonna let you go straight. Okay. No? You just refuse. There it is. Okay, good. There it is. Okay. Now I think we have her. Well, that's a really sad tale for her. The Rabbit has, well, she's a lucky ship. The Rabbit's foot, we might as well call her. Only light damage for our heavy cruiser, and we sank theirs. Fantastic. Really good. So we're starting to eke a small advantage in terms of victory points. We're now blockading the French once again. Things are looking good. I'm going to call this video to a close here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back for episode number 12.